What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome into the Jets Report. I'm your host, Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, we got a fun one for you guys. As Tyrod Taylor in a recent interview was talking about this offseason and talking about specifically new quarterback Justin Fields, then Allen Lazard, he actually hopped on Twitter and gave a PSA on the trade rumors that are floating around his name, because after the Pittsburgh Steelers trade away George Pickens, a lot of buzz about Aaron Rodgers going to Pittsburgh. People started connecting the dots. Could Allen Lazard be on the move? Well, he had a lot to say about that. But before we do so, if you guys could help us break our like record on today's show, I was looking at the analytics here at the Jets Report, and the most likes we have ever got was 763. So if you guys could help us beat that record on today's show, that would be greatly appreciated. Hit that thumbs up icon, and maybe we could get 1,000 likes on today's video. All right, let's dive into it. So Tyrod Taylor, journeyman quarterback, a veteran, he was just chiming in on this Jets offseason, their decision to pivot towards Justin Fields, and he handled it extremely, extremely well. So, the guy asked him, did you ever really have a chance to start in this situation? Like, how did the Jets approach you? And he kind of did and didn't answer this question saying this. Whether I did or whether I didn't, my mindset and the way I condition myself to get ready for a season since my rookie year has been to approach each and every day as if you are the starter. As a quarterback, you're an opportunity away, so you want to be well prepared for that opportunity. And, just hearing him talk about this, like, you can just tell he is a true veteran. I mean, the guy's been in the league for 10-plus seasons. He's been through the ups. He's been through the downs of the NFL year, and he handled that perfectly. Like, that was a perfect question. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter if they told me if I'm starting or if I'm not starting. I'm going to go about my work and my process every single day the exact same way. And also, he is right. Like, he is just a play away from being in there as QB1 for the New York Jets, and he should be ready to play because Justin Fields, dual threat quarterback. Now, he hasn't had like an injury history in the past that would indicate that he could get hurt this year, but with this style of play, being that dual threat running quarterback, he's more likely to get injured compared to like the statuesque guys like a Jared Goff or like a Tom Brady, for example. So Tyrod should be ready to play, but I just love that mindset where it's like, yeah, it doesn't really matter from my point of view. I'm just going to attack each and every day, trying to get better. I'm not going to worry about it, and when my number is called upon, I'll be ready to go. But Tyrod also had this to say about his relationship with Fields, which was pretty damn cool, saying, we've been good friends throughout his time in the league as well. So I'm here to support and help the team win in any form or fashion, whether it's me on the field or whether it's me being able to shed some light and experience and coach guys through, whether it's in the quarterback room or any other position. Any knowledge or experience that I could offer to the younger guys that helps the team win at the end of the day is what I'm here to do. I'm looking forward to doing that. And I think that's a perfect answer again. And, I think Tyrod's a perfect backup for Fields because, Tyrod is more than comfortable being the backup quarterback, like he was just saying, whether that's actually him out there on the football field helping the Jets win games or it's just him helping Justin Fields. Like if Fields throughout the week of preparation, let's just say they're playing the Buffalo Bills, for example, and he's like, hey, the Bills show this look on this certain set of downs from like this spot in the field, like how would you attack this? Like Tyrod will be that veteran because he is also, think about the amount of meetings, think about the amount of games, the amount of film he has watched. Like he has a lot more knowledge and probably 99% of that Jets roster. So him just being that voice of, just whether it's reason or just, a guy that will help Fields out in his preparation week to week, I think will be huge. So just hearing Tyrod, talk the way he's talking, it is it's happy to hear that he is in a great state of mind right now in his NFL career. But we'll dive into what Lazard had to say here in a second. But first, I got to share with you guys what a good old friend Colin Coward had to say on the AFC East. So he was doing his predictions post NFL draft and pretty chalk here, but he had the Buffalo Bills number 1. New England Patriots actually was a playoff team for Colin Coward. Then he had the Dolphins at 3, and then the Jets at 4. And his reasoning for the Jets was like, oh, they just don't do anything well. They have nothing trending in the right direction. And listen, I think it's kind of ludicrous for Coward to have that because it's so funny. At this exact time last year, we were talking about the Jets possibly being like that dark horse team in the AFC. Like they got a loaded roster and they also added Aaron Rodgers. Like could they compete in the AFC East? They were minus 195 to win that division. They were a overwhelming favorite over the Buffalo Bills heading into next season or heading into last year. So my take on it, I think the Jets obviously were extremely overrated before last season. But now I think everybody's overreacted in the other direction where somehow they are underrated. Because you still have Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, 3 blue chippers at 3 premium positions in this league. You were able to add depth on that offensive line. You were able to add a top 10 pick on that offensive line with Armand Membu. You have a whole new coaching staff with a lot of experience. Steve Wilks specifically, I mean, he was a head coach in the NFL at one time in his career. And then also Aaron Glenn being successful with the Lions. You got Tanner Engstrad. Now, probably Tanner is the biggest question mark on the coaching staff since he's never called plays in the NFL before. But him being under Ben Johnson, I would kind of give him the benefit of the doubt, to make it happen. But I think the Jets, if you told me, yeah, I believe the Jets will finish second in the AFC East next season, I wouldn't disagree with you, and honestly, I might agree with you. But I'll ask you guys this. The Jets will finish blank in the AFC East. Maybe I'm going to be a little homer here, but I'll go second. I think the Jets will beat out the Dolphins, who I think could be a disaster this season. I think the Patriots are kind of in the same camp as the Chicago Bears, where they make a bunch of these moves in the offseason, but does it translate to wins? We'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, you guys let me know. The Jets will finish blank in the AFC East. All right, so let's talk about it. What did Allen Lazard post on Twitter after the George Pickens trade? Because everybody was talking about, Lazard is definitely going to head to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers is going to want his buddy there. This is what he posted. I'm not effing leaving. The clip from Wolf of Wall Street. I'll say this. Credit to Allen Lazard. One, it was absolutely hilarious for him posting that. But I kind of love this from Lazard. Because, when you think of Allen Lazard, you're like, oh, that's Aaron Rodgers' guy. He was part of that Aaron Rodgers Jets culture. But now he's fully embracing the Aaron Glenn, the Justin Fields version of the New York Jets. So I absolutely love this from Allen Lazard. And also I love the comedic factor that he dropped on Twitter as well. But it also does make a lot of sense, from the Jets side of things, for why they wouldn't want to trade Allen Lazard. And I don't even think it's anything on the field. I just think it's a financial situation. Now, obviously, if the Steelers got incredibly desperate and Aaron Rodgers was like, hey, if you don't get Allen Lazard, I'm not coming to your team, then if they threw you like a 4th-round pick, you would obviously move off him. But it wouldn't really make any sense because if you traded him before June 1, now, yes, you could agree to the terms of the trade and then just wait till after June 1st to finalize it, which probably would be what would happen. But you would have a $6.5 million dead cap hit for this year, and you actually lose $2 million in savings. So trading him before June 1st, even if the Jets got a 6th-round pick, really wouldn't be too, beneficial for them. Now, obviously, the actual round of the pick could change this whole thing, but even if you would trade him after June 1 here, it really doesn't help the Jets too much. I mean, 2.18 dead cap in 2025, 4.36 in 2026. You only save 2.42 this season, so there really wasn't any benefit on the books to trade Allen Lazard. And plus, with the Jets wide receiver room, you got obviously Garrett Wilson, strong wide receiver 1, but then you kind of do have that committee of wide receiver 2s behind him, like Malachi Corley, Allen Lazard, Tyler Johnson. You even throwing a guy like Arian Smith, Josh Reynolds, but I like kind of that 5-man unit they have behind Garrett Wilson. You can just kind of pick and choose every single week, who's fitting into that wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3 spot. But I love Allen Lazard posting that on Twitter. I thought it was pretty funny. And I like that he's committed to this new version of the New York Jets. So let's show him some love on today's show. Type his jersey number, type those 10s down below in the comments section. And we appreciate all of you guys for tuning in to today's edition of the Jets Report. See y'all next time. As always, go Jets.